Hey guys, Lady Locks here with this Haus Euro cylinder that I want to try to just share what I learned about this lock and how to pick it with this really ridiculous warding. It doesn't actually, if at a glance, it doesn't look too bad, but when you get your pick in there and try to start picking it, it's a nightmare. And I can honestly say it's not the hardest one that I have. This one is actually the I'd say it falls in the medium range. I have one that's pretty easy. The warding doesn't really cause too much troubles. I have this one where the warding is a pain in the butt and it's hard to get picked, but still doable. And I have a third one that I cannot get a pick into. I mean, I just can't get one in there to get it picked. So I figure I'll show this one. Might help somebody else with some horribly warded locks. Maybe show you guys what you could maybe do with these. But here is the key for this one. It's not really that tough of a lock to pick, pin-wise. But when you put it together with this warding, it becomes just a little tough. So the first stage of this, I try to get these pins up around this little, where I'd have to start with at this curve, because they seem to be sitting right here. And this is not easy to get them up by going straight up. So my pick doesn't really want to fit in those tiny little spots. And I don't really have any picks that would fit too well in there. So I kind of have to go up and around with my pick, which is not ideal. If you have a pick that will go up through this warding, I suggest you definitely use that instead, because then you can pick straight up and down and you won't have to play around like this and risk bending your pick and risk oversetting pins. Also, I'm using pretty light tension, it's especially light for me because I'm a heavy tensioner. And this tension on here, I found if you use heavier tension, obviously it makes the pins harder to move, which makes it even tougher in this to navigate this warding and get these pins up. If you're tensioning super tough, it's going to be hard to get those moved. So I'm getting some counter rotation here, but I'm not having a good time reaching this pin. So let me see what else I can get done instead. All right, I got something there, but I didn't like the feedback once that was I got that click. So I'm not sure what I just did. But moving on. Alright, I'm getting some, I think this is a spool that needs completely set here, and it's just not long enough to do that. Definitely can feel it needing to be set the whole way. So I need to figure this out. So let's see how I can get that to happen. I might need a longer pick, but I don't think I can fit one in here, so we're going to press on. Yeah, I can see that clearly needs to go up a little more. Ah, there we went. All right. I think I got one more to go in the back, which again, tough to get to that. Tough to get it set. let me see, make sure that it's not something in the front that I'm bumping with the side of my pick here, because that could be also what's going on. Looks like, yeah, that's another problem with going into the warding like this, because it could be any of these guys. You pin one here. There it is. Alright, yeah, I knew it was one of these here that was giving troubles, but yeah, that's how I get around these. It's treacherous, and it takes a while, and it's very fatiguing on your hands. But basically, that's how you would do it. That's how I do it, not how you would do it. If you have a better pick, you can go right up through that warding, no problem, and get all those pins set. But when they set a little bit higher, like some of the pins in this one do, it does take a little bit of a, little bit of work. But stay tuned, and we will get this one. Okay. I've never picked one of these until I got a couple sent to me from Lakeview Locksport. He sent me a couple in a package he sent me, and I just had happened to order one that I found online as well right before that. So I kind of got all three right around the same time. Oh, sorry guys. Sorry for that being so loud. Alright. Oops. Oh, wow. That's really cool looking. Yeah, I could barely tell what these were. Picking it just because that warding just really muted all the feedback. Put it this way, how it was actually in the lock. This is kind of, I want to say it was this way. This is here. Oh, there's some cool pins in here. This is a really neat lock. I don't know if this is what's usually in them, if these pins are made or what, but these are pretty cool. Nothing in the core really. Nothing special. Let's check these out. Pretty neat. Pretty neat looking. Got a really long spool here with some serrations, looks like. I don't even know. This looks like a barrel pin. And then another one of these, kind of just like this one, maybe. I don't know if it's just me, but it looks like these spools kind of go. Maybe it's just me, but I think it kind of. These two look like they kind of go in and come out again. Very neat. Very neat pins. Pretty tough little lock. That warding makes it extra ridiculous. So yeah, that does not help when you're trying to pick it like that. You can see you just basically have to go up and around this. There's no, I don't see any. I can feel little gaps on the side of it, like right here, where I guess you could get up through right there, but even if you do it that way, you're really not getting at those pins that are right above there. I don't know. It's just pretty tough. Pretty tough pick. It was a lot of fun, though. Yeah, I guess there are some of the holes in the warding, but they're just hard to get to. I'm sure there's an easier way to pick it than what I was doing, but like I said, I've never picked one before, so did my best. Still got it open, but I'm sure there's some easier ways to pick this. But anyways, thank you guys for watching and checking this out with me. Very cool lock, very fun to pick. I believe this is one of the ones that Lakeview sent me, so thank you, Lakeview. Very cool lock. And if not, thank you for the other two, because you sent me 2 other ones and I just wasn't sure who gave me what. But yeah, very cool lock. Thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy.